We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. At their own 20-yard line. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
To throw, here's Nix. Touchdown, Broncos! Marvin Mims, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Colts nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
Ah, I thought he was going to hold that block.
Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Second down and a yard. Again, it's Taylor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Colts first down. A gain of a yard. And a Colts first down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, 36 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin. Still going inside the 20. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line.
Give him the touchdown.
What are we doing? Catch and run. 56 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Dobbins will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Able to slither by. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now Jones. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from the defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And some room to work across midfield. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Now they'll change things up. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there at a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw is Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Nix to the air. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And all the way home for the Broncos score. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Jones throwing to start the drive. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack.
Second down.
Jones now. A final shot before break. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 65 yards. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit at the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, it's Harvey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Marvin Mims, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It's a gain of 11. And the Colts first down.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
2 yards to go, second down.
7-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Off play action. Jones. Throw out wide is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
103 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Down the field, he's got Warren. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Second and 10 now, third quarter action in Denver.
Second and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Over set. 37. Ready. My name is Hunt.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
Back to throw. Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10.
On my set. Ready.
Nix going to give to Harvey. And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down again.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Colts first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. back to throw again. That one finds Pierce right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Connecting over the middle with Downs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Off the play fake, Jones. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
And the Colts first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. He'll air this one out for Mims. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marvin Mims, 69 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Broncos 36, Colts 12. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's to Warren, his tight end. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they